We all dream of that perfect trip, right? But what does perfect actually look like on paper? Well, today, we're not just dreaming. We are going to dissect a real-world 13-day itinerary for an autumn trip to Japan. And let me tell you, it is so ridiculously well planned, it's basically a masterclass in how to do travel right. So the whole journey is built around this one beautiful idea, Momijigari. It literally means autumn leaf hunting. And it's not just about, seeing some pretty fall colors. No, it's an active quest, a hunt for the most stunning seasonal beauty you can find. And that single idea is the bedrock of this entire trip. And that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? It's one thing to have a great concept like Momijigari. It's a whole other thing to actually pull off a 13-day multi-city journey with this kind of precision. So how on earth did these travelers do it? Okay, so here's how we're going to break down their blueprint. First, we're diving deep into the prep work, all the meticulous planning. Then we'll actually follow their journey from the Tohoku region down through Nikko and Gunma and all the way to the big finish in Tokyo. The secret to a trip this smooth isn't what happens when you're in Japan. It's all about the work you do months before you even leave. The foundation is all in the prep. And as you're about to see, these planners left absolutely no stone unturned. First things first, let's talk money, the budget. The clarity here is just incredible. They've got the big ticket items locked down. 425,000 yen for a car and driver, 30,000 for a JR pass. This just goes to show you they treated this trip less like a casual vacation and more like a serious project, planned down to the very last yen. And here, this is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. They didn't just go and buy the JR pass. No, they price-checked it across different vendors, the official site, HIS, Klook, just to squeeze out the best deal. It might seem like a small saving, but that commitment to being smart with your money, that's what makes the whole thing work. And this level of detail goes way beyond just the big stuff. Their pre-travel checklist covered literally everything. Insurance, all the mandatory online forms, getting a SIM card sorted for connectivity, and even calculating daily food costs ahead of time. I mean, this is how you get rid of stress before you even packed your bags. All right, so with that rock-solid preparation completely done, the actual journey can begin. And you can see all that planning pay off as they touch down in Japan's beautiful northern Tohoku region. They're starting in Sendai and Fukushima, which are perfect spots for leaf hunting in early November. And look at this. Their research pays off the second they land. Most travelers would just follow the signs to Terminal 3 to exchange their JR pass, but they knew better. They'd figured out that Terminal 2 is way less crowded. That's a pro-level travel hack that saves you precious time right at the start of your trip. Now, their 3 nights in Sendai were just this perfect blend of experiences. They had natural beauty at Jozenji-dori Avenue and the incredible Naruko Gorge. They mixed in some cultural history with the Zuihoden Mausoleum, and then they topped it all off with an amazing meal at a Michelin-starred sushi spot. It's balanced, It's not rushed. And I love this little tip right here. I mean, it's one thing to book a fancy restaurant, but they also zeroed in on a super local specialty, gyutan dori, or beef tongue street, tucked away inside the train station. This is how you know they were hunting for the real, authentic stuff, not just the big tourist spots. So after Sendai, the journey continues on to Fukushima. The plan here was a bit more flexible, but they'd already scouted out the A-list sites, the incredible Tsuruga Castle, and of course, the breathtaking Tatami River Bridge viewpoint. Seriously, this is one of Japan's most iconic photo spots, especially when those autumn colors are just exploding. Okay, now we get a really strategic shift in the plan. For the next leg of the trip, exploring the mountainous parts of Nikko and Gunma, they ditched the trains and switched to a private car with a driver. This was a really smart move, because it gives you maximum flexibility to get to those more remote, natural wonders. And that flexibility was absolutely key for exploring Nikko. Just look at this list of must-see sites: the powerful Kagan waterfalls, the column of Lake Chizenji, the famous red Shinkyo Bridge, and the almost spooky Kan Mangafuchi Abyss. With that private car, they could just move between all these places on their own time. No train schedules, no rush. Next up was Gunma, a region that's known for some really unique cultural experiences. The plan had them staying in Kusatsu Onsen, which many people say is Japan's absolute best hot spring. And they also planned to visit to Shorinzan Daramaji, a temple famous for its thousands of Dharma dolls. Those are the little symbols of good luck and perseverance. So, after getting totally immersed in nature and tradition, the itinerary takes a sharp turn and brings our planners right back into the heart of modern Japan. The grand finale is set for Tokyo, a complete 180 from the quiet mountains and gorges they just left behind. And their last 48 hours? Just a masterclass in efficiency. They made time for exploring, sure, but they also seamlessly slotted in a professional commitment, a 4 p.m. online board meeting, right into their last day. That's a perfect snapshot of what travel looks like for so many of us now, that blend of work and play. And honestly, this might be the most telling detail in the entire plan. The very last thing on the agenda before heading home? Arrange a specific kind of taxi that's big enough for 6 people and 12 large bags. They left nothing to chance, right up to the very, very end. Now that is what you call thorough. So when you take a step back and look at the whole picture, this itinerary really is a blueprint for the perfect trip. It just proves that preparation is absolutely everything. It shows you the power of a logical route, making smart choices about transport, and having a balanced schedule. But the biggest lesson of all? It's that relentless, obsessive attention to every single detail. This whole plan is just a stunning piece of precision, all designed to create a completely flawless experience. It really makes you think, doesn't it? Beyond all the famous destinations and the big sights, what's the one small, crucial detail that would make your own perfect journey truly unforgettable?